Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, and today I have an AC Delco Ultraguard Gold oil filter for you, a UPF 61R. So, let me get her out of the box and show you this fantastically awesome oil filter. And there we are. Look at that. Isn't that something? Now, this is, well, I don't have much information on it, but I'm pretty sure this is made in the USA, but don't take my word for it. But, of course, it does say on the top of this filter, product of the USA. There's the number, so you can see that. And yeah, this is one of my favorite manufacturers. Always liked AC Delco. They're one of my favorite. I always liked them. And we're going to take a good look at it. Now, first of all, I want to get a weight of it. Now, we are in grams first. So I'm going to weight of this nice big filter, 356.5 grams. And now, I guess we'll go to... nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Nope, that's not the one. I forget how to use this thing. Nope. Get out of there. No. See, look at that. I'm having all sorts of troubles here because I forgot how to use it. Oh, that is it. Well, 1 second. Okay, we now have ounces. Ooh, 11.462 ounces. That's pretty hefty. This filter, I believe, fits on my Pontiac G6 with the 3.9 liter. And that's probably what I bought it for, because I bought it a couple of weeks ago, and now I've forgotten everything I know about it. So when I take it apart, it'll be a surprise to me, too. So first off, we're gonna take off the good old sealing. This looks like a rubber seal. So it's probably rubber, of course. If I can get it off. Well, it's pretty thick. It's a nice thick seal. I know some people like the rubber, some people like the silicone. Me, I like the rubber ones. They seal up. They feel they do a good job. They're tough. Rubber's pretty tough. Now, I'm gonna get her cut open here and get her in the old cutting machine here. And I'll get her going, get her started to be cut up. And so it was going to be between this filter and a Fram titanium I have acquired. And I chose to go with the AC Delco Ultraguard Gold instead. No other reason other than, I think I put out way too many Fram things. So I wanted to go with something different. So this one, I am shocked. Is this rubber or is this silicone? You know what? I'm going to have to do a burn test on that at the end of this. And we're going to have to see what that is. But a nice thick base plate. 6 inlet holes for this one. And we have 4 threads. 4 threads to keep the filter held on. This thing is hefty. I got to tell you. This thing has got some weight to it. So we're going to go back 2 grams because that's my favorite measurement. And 152.9 grams just for that alone. Now that's insane. So we're going to pull this out. You know, this canister, that's pretty stout. So get out the old measurement tool here. We're going to measure that the thickness. So let's see. We're in millimeters. So there we go. 0.41. Thought it would have been thicker, but 0.41 is fine. 0.42. And we'll go here. 0.42. And where the sticker is, load-bearing sticker, as I always say, 0.57. Wow. Now that is not a very bad canister. That thing is pretty stout and thick. That's nice. That's very nice. And here we are. Of course, yes, it has no bypass louvers. It's got louvers. Who makes this? We have to find out. But here we are. Kind of feels. Oh, this is wow. Glue on here. The odd spacing of the pleats kind of makes me feel like Purolator makes this. But I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna have to look that up. And yeah. Odd spacing of pleats all over the place, really bunched up. Not the best, but not the worst. It'll still do the filtering job it needs to do. So with as it is, I didn't find a manufacturer of who makes the AC Delco Ultraguard Gold. I'm thinking, I don't know, for some reason Purolator, but I'm not sure. Could also still be Champ Labs. But somebody out there must know who makes this. And though I didn't know it's 98%. I do know this from 98% at 25 to 30 microns. But yeah, whoever makes this, I am not as sure as I once was. I know the non-Ultra Guard Golds are made by Champ Labs, but not as much with this one. Now, as it is, we have 50 pleats on this filter. We do have a nice folded edge on where the two filters meet and they stick together. Well, the two ends of the filter meet. The metal ends seem to be half decent. Good metal ends. And like I said, no anti-drain back valve. I'm sorry, I meant to say no bypass, since it does belong on a vehicle that already has a bypass built in. So far, it's not looking too terrible. The filtration looks better than cellulose. But we're going to cut into her, and we're going to figure out what and how well this cellulose or non-cellulose material is. So let's cut her open. Hopefully. Oh yeah, super knife. There we go. I feel like my knife handle is a bit, some oil on it or something. I'm cutting up used filters. Oh no! I have a cat watching me. See, the cats even think this is fun. They're probably just looking at me going, what is he doing making all that noise? Like the table jiggling all over. Cats, you never know what they're thinking about. There we go. So, I'm going to take her apart. A little piece of glue here. Here's where they connected. Let me see here. It's pretty neat how they connect them. Is neat still a word? Yeah, I'll still use it. So, there we go. It's got the large center tube with the louvers, but the louvers are fully open. These look like they would flow oil very nicely through them. Still like the holes, and I like the E-cores. So yeah, that's my thing, I guess. So put that there. We'll take a look at this. See what this filtration may or may not be made of. Now the more I look at it, it's pretty thick. It is pretty thick. So we're going to get a measurement of this filtration here. And hopefully we can see how thick this stuff is made. So 0.75 of a millimeter for the filtration. That's pretty thick stuff. So it probably filters pretty good. The flow rate would be a little lower, but the filtration looks like it filtered very nicely. And we're going to get a weight of the filtration, because I like to do that. There's a lot of filtration here. So 17.8 grams. So that is quite a bit of weight and filtration on here. Next thing I'm going to do is get the length of it. Find out how long this is. See how much we got here. We got quite a bit, though. Before we go, though, I'm going to pull this apart and see how well it's attached now. Okay, that was pretty good. That was held together really nicely there, so not going to have a problem there. So we have 45.5 inches of, well, length of oil filter, 115 centimeters, and 2 3/4 inch or 7 centimeters of width. So there's a lot of filtration here. And as far as I can deduct, this does feel like it is just some sort of blended filtration media, for sure. It's got something going on here. I don't know if it's mostly cellulose or some sort of blended material, but we're going to take a look at it underneath the microscope, which I have working again, which is nice, and we'll be able to see it up close for what it really is. So there we are at the blended media. Let me see if I can focus that a bit better. Well, that's about as good as I can get. I'm in at 700. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to try to get in a bit closer. Well, that's about as good as I can get with this stuff. That is in at 800 now. And as you can see, yeah, blended media of all sorts of different things. Might be some glass in there. And of course, we'll probably have a little bit of cellulose in there somewhere. It's all blended in to give you the filtration that this filter has. So that's the side that it accepts the oil first, and we're going to turn it around, and we're going to take a look at the back side and see how good the back side looks. And here we're looking at the, well, I called it the back side, the inner side of the filter, and it looks about the same. So there's no differences here on front or the inside or the outside or the inside. It's all blended media. Yeah, you can tell there's some pretty interesting things, or, well, no, probably can't tell there's interesting things. There isn't really. It's blended media, so it pretty well all looks about the same. So here we are, about ready to light up the anti-drainback valve so we can see how it is made. That is, if I can get a flame out of this cheap lighter. Well, I'll get it burning somehow. Oh, I found something that will light her up quickly. Yeah. What do we got? Not black smoke. Yeah, it is. What do you think? We do have black smoke, so I guess it's just nitrile rubber. So what can I say? We pretty well just got your half-decent filter here. It's nothing special. They make it to be like an Ultraguard Gold. It's got a nitrile rubber, as far as I can tell, anti-drainback valve. It's got almost decent filtration. The louvers in this look very nice. They you can see a lot through them. They're not bad. It's got metal ends, thick canister. That's a half decent filter from AC Delco. I would use it in my car, but that's just me. I use a lot of different things in my car to test them to see how good they actually work. So that's the way I do it. But this, oh yeah, this would probably work just great in any vehicle up to your normal oil change or anything like that. So, yeah, I think it's half decent. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm really hoping to refine this process in my newfound way I'm doing filters at home here, because it's just not going as easy as I would like it. There's a lot more distractions at home to get filter reviews done, and that's my fault. I got cats running around. I just had to refine this process again, because I like the way I used to do them when I was doing them at a different spot, but now I'm doing them here, and yeah, it just takes time for me to get all the kinks worked out. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.